Ladies and gentlemen, you need to go grab these 6 players off your waiver wire before your league mates do. We cannot have these guys being used against you in the fantasy playoffs. I know there was a lot of unfortunate injuries that happened in week 13, so we got to get those teams right for week 14 and beyond. Before we do that, I want you guys to please hit that subscribe button before continuing, and also drop a thumbs up on the video. I want to thank you guys so much for 1,000 subs. You guys are all becoming like family to me. I love having conversations in the comment section down below, so be sure to leave any questions down there. First person on this list is James Cook, and James Cook is trending towards being the starter here in Buffalo. He actually out-carried Devin Singletary for the first time of the season, I believe, on Thursday night. 14 carries for 64 yards. Meanwhile, Devin Singletary had 13 carries for 51 yards. But the thing that really separates James Cook from Devin Singletary is the passing value out of the backfield. 6 catches for James Cook on Thursday for 41 yards. Devin Singletary, 0 catches. That's huge, especially in PPR leagues. That's 10 points for you right there. In standard leagues, that's only another 4. But PPR, his value is super high. I'd definitely go get this guy. If you need to fill in somebody next week in week 14, there's a couple teams on bye. Or if you got a guy injured, maybe Kenneth Walker got injured this week, he could be a good plug-in for Kenneth Walker owners that are scrambling, don't know what to do. Go get him off your waivers. Maybe he will be useful, or hopefully, should I say, he'll be useful in your fantasy playoffs. Next up on the list is ZONOVAN Knight, and very similar to James Cook, he has a great ability to catch passes out of the backfield. 5 catches for 28 yards against the Minnesota Vikings here on Sunday. That's 7.8 fantasy points in PPR league, so you love to see that. But not only that, he's getting all of the running work out of the backfield. They don't want to use J-Rob at all. 15 carries for 90 yards for ZONOVAN Knight, and he also broke out for a 48-yard run, so he does have that big playability that you want to see. You know, there's a lot of other running backs in this league that provide great value out of the backfield catching passes, similar to Joe Mixon, Ramondre Stevenson, Austin Eckler. I think ZONOVAN Knight is going to slide a little bit under those guys. He's not going to be quite as valuable, but you should still go pick him up because, I mean, if he's going to keep starting in New York, and Mike White has revitalized this offense, I think they keep going forward, get better week over week. ZONOVAN Knight could be a playoff winner. We'll have to see what happens. Next player up is a guy that's owned in a little over half the leagues, but I'm still going to put him on here because it's a shocker to me. I'm not going to lie to you. Cam Akers is a guy that I didn't think I'd be talking about today. I thought Kyren Williams would take over the starter role. He's great at catching passes out of the backfield. That's something that Cam Akers still doesn't provide to this day, is pass catching value, as he had 1 reception for 0 yards. Like, it's not like he was going crazy with the pass catching, but 17 carries, 60 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Cam Akers. It's just very confusing to me. Very confusing to me. If you asked me 2 weeks ago, you know, can I drop Cam Akers? I probably would have said yes, to be totally honest with you. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you've been holding Cam Akers this whole time, maybe it's about to pay off, but it's just a weekly toss-up for me. Is it going to be Cam Akers this week? Is it going to be Kyren Williams this week? I don't know. It would be nice to see if they stuck to one guy. That's all I'm saying there in Los Angeles. Next up on this list is Michael Gallup on a very explosive Dallas Cowboys offense. I mean, you got to love what you're seeing here. There's CeeDee Lamb performing, Zeke's performing, Pollard is going crazy every week. Then you're going to add in Michael Gallup to the mix here. 7 targets, 4 catches, 23 yards. You know, you're like, all right, but he got 2 touchdowns. So that's going to equate to 18.3 fantasy points in PPR leagues. That's not too shabby at all. If you're going to go ahead and start CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup, obviously not on the same team, I would hope, but if you need to start Michael Gallup going forward, I'd at least pick him up, monitor what he's doing week over week, because if his targets stay around that 7-8 target mark per week, you're looking at a pretty consistent guy, a lot more consistent than a couple other players that played this week. We'll talk about it more in a video later on this week, but Michael Gallup, great week. I would definitely pick him up just in case you need a guy going forward. All right, next person up on this list is Darius Slayton, who seems to be the #1 guy in New York. Pretty consistent numbers, if I'm not gonna lie. These past 6 weeks, I would say, you know, 14.8, 11.6, 18.5, 13.6, 9.3, and then 15 points in PPR leagues. These are consistent numbers, and I wouldn't mind starting Darius Slayton in any of my leagues, to be totally honest with you. If you need a flex guy especially, he's coming through pretty big. And they're going up against defenses that they will need to pass against: the Eagles, Washington, Minnesota, and then Indianapolis. I don't see him running away with any of these games, to be honest, even though Saquon Barkley at any week could go off And this is also barring any Odell agreements. If he does go to the Giants, obviously he will be the #1 receiver there. But if he goes to Dallas, which I'm kind of leaning like he might, because they just blew out the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday night, it would make more sense, you know, for a playoff run to go to the Dallas Cowboys. But we'll see. Anything could happen. For now, I definitely grab Darius Slayton. At least roster him on your bench if you don't need him as a primary right now. But if you need to plug him in the flex spot, wouldn't mind it. Wouldn't mind it at all. Next guy up on this list is Jameson Williams, and I'm a little bit disappointed that he didn't get more involved in the offense against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I totally get it. He is going to get eased in there one week after another. It's not going to be one joint lump. You know, he gets 10 catches for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns one week. I don't think that's how it's going to go. I think he's going to get a little more reps, a little more reps, a little more reps every single week until he's fully caught up in the offense. And when he does, this offense is going to be that much better, and he's going to be a great compliment to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who has absolutely been exploding lately. Go pick up Jameson Williams, especially if you're low on wide receiver depth going into your fantasy playoffs. He could be a great option come week 15, week 16 for you. Last but not least, I want to put a little bit of a honorable mention, if you will, in here. DeeJay Dallas. I don't know who is the true backup to Kenneth Walker. I think it's DeeJay Dallas and then Tony Jones after that, but hopefully Kenneth Walker comes back next week and is absolutely fine. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I mean, Walker exited the game pretty early and never came back, which is not ever a good sign. But for Kenneth Walker owners, I hope he comes back next week and is fully healthy and he plays the entire game. That would be amazing to see. But if not, DeeJay Dallas, Tony Jones, keep an eye on them. Pretty sure 99.9% is DeeJay Dallas, the guy that you want in this backfield if there is no Kenneth Walker next week. So go out and get yourself some DeeJay Dallas if you have some extra waiver dollars or have that waiver order spot secured. Anyways, guys, if you are new to the channel, like I said before, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.